Hey, what's up guys? This is Prandall, and welcome to yet another week of Kingdom Hearts Month. I wanted to take a quick moment to apologize for last week. I know it wasn't a full-blown out Kingdom Hearts Month video, but I hope you still enjoyed it at least. A lot of personal stuff has been going on, so it was really hard for me to even work on a video that week. I've had a lot to deal with, but I haven't let it get me down too much. And I want Kingdom Hearts Month to be what I envisioned it to be. Something amazing, Kingdom Hearts filled and awesomeness and everything. So hopefully next year I can make Kingdom Hearts Month even bigger and better. So here's looking forward to that. This week I want to talk about Kingdom Hearts 3. Mainly I want to talk about worlds that are going to be in Kingdom Hearts 3. As of right now, we only know a small handful of worlds that are confirmed that are going to be in Kingdom Hearts 3. And so far I believe those are Tangled, Big Hero 6, Olympus Coliseum, Yen Sid's Castle, the Mysterious Castle, Twilight Town. I think that's it. There could be more. If I missed any, let me know in the comments, and you can make fun of me for not knowing as much Kingdom Hearts stuff as you do. I want to talk about worlds that I hope are going to be in Kingdom Hearts 3. Ignore the hat and the shirt change. So let's just dive right in. Starting off at number 5 on this list is the movie Brave. I feel like Brave would be a really cool idea for a Kingdom Hearts world, partially just because of the visual aspect. I could totally see Sora, Donald, and Goofy running around this mystical Celtic world with Merida. And I feel like Merida would be a great party member because she's already a skilled fighter. She's amazing with a bow and pretty damn good with a sword. So I believe she would be a great asset just from a fighting standpoint. She would also be good just as a character, because I feel like there would be a good dynamic between Sora and Merida. They're both kind of hotheads, and I think that they would clash with each other and it would just add like a bit of a comedic effect to the story. Coming in at number 4 is WreckIt Ralph. I enjoyed this movie a lot more than I thought I was going to. I feel like Ralph would be a great party member just because of his sheer strength. He'd be kind of like a beast character, completely brute force, and you could switch him out with Goofy while Donald uses magic and healing abilities. But Ralph would just be smashing people to death, which I think would be very enjoyable. And there's so many different worlds and levels in the movie WreckIt Ralph that there's almost an endless possibility of what areas they could go to. It'd be cool to see that girly gumdrop candy world that they go to. Even the apocalyptic Space Invaders looking one would be cool. I kind of have a feeling that they're already gonna add WreckIt Ralph. It might be kind of difficult because of all the copyright issues, like having other characters like Sonic and Mario and all those like classic video game characters running around. Probably will have to take that out, but it would still be a cool Disney movie to add to the world of Kingdom Hearts. At number 3, we have Bug's Life. This was one of my absolute favorite Disney movies growing up as a child. No, it's not a fantastical, magical, mystical world like you're used to in, say, Kingdom Hearts or Final Fantasy, or even a lot of Disney movies. It's just a different aspect of the real world, which is part of why I loved it so much. You're seeing the world from the view of an insect. Everything's gigantic. Leaves are half a mile wide and stems of grass are like skyscrapers. I think it'd be really cool to see Sora, Donald, and Goofy shrunk down to that size and running around meeting all the different ants and bugs that you meet in the movie. As far as the main villain goes, it would probably have to be Hopper. I feel like he would make a pretty decent villain. Maybe even go classic Kingdom Hearts and have him either turn into like a big Heartless or be in control of a bunch of Heartless. And they can even throw in like a few mini bosses, like an actual bird that attacks you. It's not actually a Heartless, or maybe even a bird that gets possessed by Heartless or something. I don't know. It would just be. I think it would just be an interesting idea for a level. Here we have number 2. I know you're all wanting it just as badly as I am. I want a Toy Story world in Kingdom Hearts. There was going to be a Toy Story world in some shape or form back in, I believe, Kingdom Hearts 1, possibly Kingdom Hearts 2. Deep in the code for the game, there are models for Buzz and Woody. Maybe they were going to be summon characters, or maybe they were planning out a world. It just never happened. I want it to happen in Kingdom Hearts 3. Everyone does. It has to happen. There's so many reasons why it should happen. I would be fine with either having Buzz or Woody as your party member, running around in Andy's room, or Sid's house, or Pizza Planet, or even further on in the movies, like taking on the evil prospector guy, or the psychotic teddy bear in the daycare service. Whatever, just something involving Toy Story. Make it happen. God. And finally at number 1, which also happens to be my all-time favorite Disney movie, Treasure Planet. As I just said, Treasure Planet is my absolute favorite Disney movie. The story is compelling, the action sequences are great, I'm a sucker for steampunk style stuff and they throw that in there, It's just such a great movie. The characters are lovable. It's fantastic. That's all I can say. I believe Jim would make a fantastic party member because, in a way, he's a lot like Sora. But I think that they would get on each other's nerves because of the fact that they're so much alike, which I think would be really fun for the audience and the players to enjoy. Again, there's so many different areas in Treasure Planet that you could visit. It'd be great to visit the Bon Treasure spaceport, or obviously Treasure Planet, or flying around in space on the ship. Like maybe the ship would be like a transition area, kind of like the ship in the Pirates of the Caribbean world. It was kind of like a little miniature level in the world, but it wasn't really a level. Does that make sense? At first, your main enemy would probably be John Silver, but as we all know, he becomes a good guy in the end. Spoilers! So then you would probably take on some kind of Heartless while he's helping out. I just feel like they could really do a lot with Treasure Planet. There has to be a Treasure Planet world in Kingdom Hearts, or I will be sad. But I won't be sad because it's Kingdom Hearts 3 and I've been dying to play that game forever, so yeah. That's my top 5 list of worlds that I want to see in Kingdom Hearts 3. I know this episode might have seemed a little rushed. Again, still dealing with a few things, but I wanted to get this out on time. I hope you guys still enjoyed it, and hopefully I will see you on time next week as well. One quick thing I wanted to touch on before I left. There are 2 worlds that I hope that won't be in Kingdom Hearts 3. That is any kind of Star Wars world or Marvel. Yes, I will admit that it would be kind of cool to see Sora running around with like a lightsaber Keyblade or a lightsaber Keyblade variant, or hanging out with the X-Men or something like that. But I don't feel like it would fit in the Kingdom Hearts universe, because we're so accustomed to seeing Disney characters and Final Fantasy characters mixed together. That's it. Marvel and LucasArts are not technically Disney. Yes, they're now owned by Disney, but that doesn't make them Disney characters. I don't think of Spider-Man or Luke Skywalker and think, oh, Disney. Those aren't characters that I grew up as a child with in the Disney universe. I grew up with them in the Marvel universe or the Star Wars universe. I don't feel like they would mix well. And I know a lot of fans are hoping for Star Wars and Marvel because it's now owned by Disney, so they're like, oh, well, now we can. Just because you can doesn't mean you should. And you can apply that to a lot of things. So, Square Enix, Disney, I hope you listen to me and many other fans. Please don't add Marvel or Star Wars to Kingdom Hearts. The most that I would hope that they would do would be like throwing in little Easter eggs or something. Not a full-blown level. Like, maybe if you do enough things, you unlock a lightsaber Keyblade. Maybe you stumble upon, like, a piece of a costume from Marvel. Fun little stuff like that. That would be entertaining for me. I'd be like, oh, I did all these things and unlocked lightsaber Keyblade. You know, I think that would be kind of cool. And it would be an incentive to hunt down things in the game and make you explore more of the actual Disney worlds. That's just my point of view. If you guys disagree, that's fine. But I won't go into much more of that. I don't have time. That could be a whole nother video in itself. Maybe it will be. Who knows? That's all I wanted to say. That's my time. This is Prandall, and this is goodbye. See you guys!